Hello, welcome to another video. Debbie here. Today I'm going to be working on a diamond painting and just chit-chatting with you guys for a little while, and I'll be talking about my diamond painting experiences for the week, my plans for the upcoming week, and then just chit-chatting about some things that happened around here. So grab something that you want to work on. It does not have to be a diamond painting. You can even listen to this like you would a podcast and just relax, enjoy yourself while I am diamond painting. Today I am going to be working on Father Loon. I am on my last section. It is a rather large section. I just divided this diamond painting by half. It's a 40 by 50 centimeter. I'm hoping to have it finished by the end of today, which is Friday, the last day of the month. So I'm cutting it kind of close. If not, then it will definitely be finished on Saturday, on August the 1st. So this is Father Loon. It is by Jackie Travers. That is the nation that she is part of, and this is from the Indigenous collection, and it is a canvas that I've never done anything like this before. I'm loving the colors. It is a discount painting. The quality is still pretty good, considering the only thing is that this is starting to ravel a little bit on the sides, and I am okay with that because I don't think I'm going to do anything with it. If I did, I would just have the sides cut off, and I think that would be fine. Have it dry mounted or something whenever I'm done with it. But let's go ahead and get started. This is a round kit. I did not mention that. I will put the information below for this company. They do have several different paintings. I did buy one more from them. I don't know when I'm going to get to it, but I will get to it eventually. But until then, I just wanted to try this one, see how I liked it. And I'm really liking the size. For me, this is a very small diamond painting, and it is working out extremely well for me. Now, this painting did not come with stickers, so I did make my own stickers. There's only 15 colors, so I just numbered mine I had numbers 1 through 15 on some stickers from RDOT. So I just used those, and the bad thing is a number 6 is not a 6, it is a 1. So I have to remember that when I'm working on this. That's the only real downside to this, but it's 310. I know what 310 is anyway, so that kind of worked out for me. How is everybody doing? Let me know in the comments. What are you working on while I am just chit-chatting with you guys? Are you even working on anything? And as I mentioned, you don't have to. You can just sit and relax, enjoy our time together. If I get out of frame a little bit, I'm just trying to go to the top of this, and I was having a hard time getting it. So hopefully I am not out of frame. Most of you don't watch me diamond paint anyway, so hopefully that's not going to be a problem. I am deciding what I want to do for August, considering that tomorrow is August the 1st. It will be, when you see this, it's the end of the month today for me, but which I can't believe it's the end of July already. That's absolutely crazy. But I am trying to decide what I want to do for August. And I know that I'm going to take part in the Cheryl Baker event. I have every year that Cindy, who is normally the host of the Cheryl Baker event. Sorry, I am having a hard time seeing. This glue is rather slippery. It just slides everywhere, which is okay because I can line these up a little better. But where I am right now, I'm having a hard time on that one little row, but I should be fine after that. So normally Cindy is on Instagram and Facebook, and so she normally will host the Cheryl Baker event. This year she wasn't able to, and she's asked somebody to host for her, and they are doing it. And I do apologize, I cannot remember the person's name that is going to be hosting. I will put the information below if anybody's interested. I am going to go ahead and take part in that just to show her some love with her event. And then also I started on Miss Tittle's, that's Cheryl Baker, from the one with the diamond art last year for the Cheryl Baker event, and there was something else going on, and I didn't get hardly anything done on it. So instead of me starting on another Cheryl Baker, I really wanted to, let me tell you, I looked and I saw several of my new ones that I wanted to work on, or even some old ones that I've had for a while. But I need to work on Miss Tittles because, well, she's been in my stash now for a year. And so I am going to work on her. I might at the last minute change my mind. There's no new start required. You just have to complete a 30 by 30 section. I have plenty left, so I don't have to worry about that. So I probably will just go ahead and do that one. So that will be one of my main diamond paintings in August. It won't be my only one because I will do a few sections on that one, and then I will roll my, or spin my WIP wheel and see what comes up. And I will work on whatever that is. So that way I will not be working on just the one diamond painting. But I did work on Miss Tittles some in July. I actually got another row finished, and she's turning out very well, really cute. So you'll be seeing that one. And then there's a couple others. There's a fan, I forgot what it's called, fan something, fan art, I believe is what it is. I thought about that one too. I have several that I can do that's in my collection, but I don't have anything really that is in my 26 for 26. And I'm really just not wanting to kit up anything right now. I don't want to start on anything new just quite yet. So I decided I'm just going to hold off and not do that one. And then there are others that are going on. So let me know in the comments if you're doing any events. I don't like to really do more than one event at a time. I usually prefer not to. I think the reason why I didn't get much done on the Cheryl Baker event last year was because it was the same time as the event that I was hosting, the Finera event with the one with the diamond art, and I believe that's what it was. So this year, my event for the one with the diamond art is going to be in September, and it can be any one with the diamond art canvas. It does not have to be Finera or any particular artist, but it has to be from the one with the diamond art. I have 3 that I'm working on. If I don't finish Miss Tittles, I may just carry that one over, work on that one, continue to work on it in September. Although I have a feeling that by the time that I work on it so much in August, I'm going to be burnt out on that one. So I may not work on that one, but I can work on my Finera from last year that I had gotten that one in late. I did work on that some in August, and I loved working on that painting, so I could do that one. I also have my mystery one that's also from the one with the diamond art, and that one I can work on. That is Christmas Advent, so it'd be really nice if I could work on that, get that finished. But that one is such a heavy confetti piece that I can only do so much of it at one time because it takes me so long, but I'm loving it. I'm loving how it's coming out, and I don't know if I want to do that one for an event because I can't show my progress. Since it is a mystery, I don't want anybody to show their progress, so I'm sure not going to show mine. That wouldn't be fair. So I think that I will just have to continue working on Finera. They're also going to gracefully send me a diamond painting, and I have not gotten that yet. I haven't heard anything, so I don't know if that is still being sent. There's a drill here that is the wrong size. There are a lot of trash drills in here, and I'm almost positive that these are acrylic drills and not resin, and I'm okay with that. I mean, I don't really care, but some of you I know have asked me. I have not gone and looked on their site, but just my experience with what I've had with this painting is that these are acrylic drills. And no shade on acrylics, but I know that some people do not like acrylics, and I'm okay with it as long as I can see what I'm doing. I really should have used my light pad. I've been really using my light pad all week. It has been really nice. I've also been using a small easel, and that has been super nice as well, just because it's helped out a lot on my back. I have been able to diamond paint quite a bit this past week. I had not a lot going on. This upcoming week, we've got 2 doctor's appointments, the same location, same doctor, but different days. So I have to take Paige on Wednesday, and I have to go on Tuesday. My Tuesday morning is a very early appointment. Paige's Wednesday appointment is in the afternoon. So we're going to get in all that traffic coming back, and I really wish they could just go ahead and put us together and let me just have my appointment and hers together, but they won't do that. Unfortunately, I'm sure they're very busy. She is a very hard doctor to get into, so there's no point in me even trying to get another appointment. I may break down, and I hate to be that person, but I may break down and call on Monday morning or send her a message and ask her, is there any way that she could see both of us? Because with me, all she does basically is she'll look at me, you're looking great, and everything looks good, and we're going to go to the lab. Go ahead and breathe for me. I breathe. Yes, you're still breathing. Yes, I know I am breathing, or I wouldn't be here. And then she will say, here is your prescription. I just called it in for the next 3 months. I'll see you again in 3 months. If you have any problems, call me. Until then, no worries. And that's it. And so it's a 45-minute drive over there. If it was just close by, I wouldn't care as much. It's 45 minutes over there. I have to pay my copay, but she will not prescribe prescriptions but every 3 months. She does not give a 6-month prescription like most people do. Most of my friends, their doctors will do 6 months. Doesn't matter what the prescription is, she will not do it. So I'll have to go back in 3 months. But I know that she's not going to have an appointment unless I get really, really lucky. I don't see that happening. I probably should not have done where I'm working on because I really don't want my head in here. That'd be kind of awkward. And then I'm trying to make sure that you guys see what I'm doing. And my hands are sticking to this because I'm at the bottom. Anyway, I did get a lot of diamond painting done, which I'm really excited about. Still hadn't finished anything, and I'm so close. I'm so close to a finish on this one and close to a finish on Simon, my snow leopard. I have 3 sections left, and I had to babysit today. My daughter normally doesn't work on Fridays. They asked her if she could work on Friday and take Thursday off, and she said that was fine. And she did this months ago, and then she found out that daycare was closed today for Teacher's Day. And then they were going to have an open house for rooms that kids were going to be moving into for the school year. And Claire's going to be moving up. She's not a tadpole anymore. She's going to be a frog. So we're happy and we're kind of sad because we love her little tadpole room. But anyway, Madison had to go to work, and Kyle could have taken off, but he is doing a job it's a very busy job that he's working on right now, that they've gotten him to do. And so he could have taken off, but I said, you know what, I can keep her. It's no big deal. I am good to go. So I kept her, and we had the best time. She is coming into her own little self. And I have to remember sometimes that she is only 9 months old, and she doesn't act like it. She acts to me a lot older than 9 months, and she looks a lot older because she's bigger, I guess. But she saw me and just started dying out laughing. And a couple of weeks ago when I was keeping her, I kept saying, uh-oh, and then she started saying it. Well, she will not say uh-oh for anybody but me. So, and they've tried, and she just won't do it. So then I walk in, she sees me this morning, a big grin on her face. She starts pulling towards me. She's on the floor, and then she starts crawling. And she looked at me, and she's like, uh-uh. So I'm like, oh, no. And so Madison started laughing, and I said, I may not be a Mimi anymore. my name may be And so all day she kept saying and would run to me. So we'll see if she thinks that she's going to call me I think it's kind of cute. My husband's like, it's your own fault, because I'm the one that kept saying but she kept throwing things, and I thought, okay, I'll just do a fun little game with her. I kept saying I didn't know that she was going to start mimicking me and saying so it's okay. I may not be a Mimi. I'm not heartbroken or anything. I think it's just kind of cute that she has her own little name, and it may not even be that. Maybe she's just remembering that we said that word together. Maybe is our special word. I don't know. You can never tell with kids. And then she got up very early this morning, got them up before they had to. She woke up at 4:30 in the morning, and she was ready to go. So at 8 o'clock, she was ready to take a nap. So I was rocking her, and she was hugging up to me, and she just kept patting my shoulder, and then she'd pat my face, and she would say, So I'm like, okay. So then she took an hour and 15-minute nap. They don't like her to take more than an hour nap, and she usually doesn't. Usually she's a 20 or 30-minute napper, and she takes these little cat naps. She wakes up, she's good to go for a few more hours, and then she just will take another nap because she just basically passes out. She's so tired. And I played hard with her today. We played all kinds of her toys and we're crawling around the floor. I may not be able to get out of bed tomorrow, but it was fun. When I got home, I told my husband, I think I need a nap. I didn't get home until around 2 o'clock, so it is Friday afternoon. I normally like to film on Friday mornings, but I knew I was going over there early, and then when Madison got off a half a day, and then when she got home, she stopped by and got the two of us some lunch. And so I went and changed Claire again because they were going to leave to go to daycare for this open house. And then Kyle was able to take off work a little early for the open house, and so he met Madison up there, and they called to make sure that it was okay that Claire goes to the open house. And I told both of them, I said, it's fine. They expect kids are going to be there. It's their school, and they don't, parents can't just leave the kids at home by themselves, and a lot of parents don't have anybody. It's why they have daycare. But, they wanted to make sure, and so I'm like, okay, fine. So thank goodness somebody answered the phone, and she took Claire, and they met up with Kyle, and she's going to be transferring. I thought it was just after she turns 1, but she has to have a couple of milestones. If she meets those before her first birthday, then she'll go ahead and she'll transfer over at that point. She's almost there because you have to be pulling up unassisted without falling, and she is 95% there. She was doing that today. She was getting off the floor and just standing up. She's not walking yet, but if she holds on to you, and she's barely holding on, just barely holding on to your hands, and she's walking, but she's walking on her toes, and she's not walking on her feet. She's never worn shoes, and I've been telling Madison, you got to get her used to shoes, because she hates socks, absolutely hates socks. She didn't like socks when she was a newborn. She still don't like socks. So they're going to have a problem with that part. And I said, you need to make sure that she has some good shoes when she starts walking, because it's not good for her feet. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. I was always told that, but things change now. They've changed a lot since I've had my kids, because Paige is 24. She'll be 25 in a week. So she's got a birthday coming up. I can't believe my baby will be 25, and then my grandbaby's almost 1. It's like, I cannot believe how time is just going by so fast. I remember when my kids were Claire's age, and now I'm looking at my grandchild. But she's keeping me young, I have to say. This girl, she's going to be a wild one, but she's so much fun. So we are looking forward to getting her birthday preparations done. Madison's already decided on the cake, and we've got people coming from out of town. I need to see if my sister wants to come. I need to get with her on that. I keep forgetting to ask her if she will be able to come for Claire's birthday, and then she can also celebrate Paige's a little late. But Claire's birthday is not until the end of October. She was almost a Halloween baby. Madison was really hoping that she wouldn't be a Halloween baby. I think Kyle wanted her to be. His birthday's in November. He actually wanted Madison to wait and have her in November, but it's like the second week of November. And so she knew that wasn't going to happen. But she is an October baby. Nothing else really happened. Paige is doing absolutely great. She has not been sick since she hasn't been working. She's not doing much of anything getting out. That's the only thing. She is just as happy being at home. She doesn't get bored at home. I don't like that, but she's not sick. So we're going to see what her physical brings. Hopefully everything that's going to look good. All of her lab work and everything. She's going to start in, what she wants to do is sometime in the fall. We're going to wait until it cools down some and the kids are back in school and everything. And she wants to volunteer at an animal rescue. And she has done it before with the school that she went to for her transition academy after high school. So she wants to volunteer there, and I think that's what she's going to do. So she won't be going back to work, which is fine because she only was working 1 day a week, and I had to drive 45 minutes one way, which really it's not that bad for a job, but it's bad for just 1 day for her, what she was making. And we got into all the traffic, and then she was sick every time that she would go. So I think that we finally figured out that she's just going to volunteer. That way she'll stay busy. And she's been talking to some of her friends that she hasn't seen in a while, and they're making some plans to do some things. So I think that is really good. My husband did have a procedure done yesterday, and he is in a lot of pain. He won't admit it, but it's pretty much obvious. I can tell he's in a lot of pain. He has been having some problems. It was dermatology, and he's been putting it off for a number of years. And he finally decided it was time, which was really good because it was melanoma. He had to have it removed on his shoulder. They didn't give him any type of antibiotics, and Madison said they don't for that kind of procedure. She's doing a lot of working with a lot of general surgeons right now, and she said, Mom, they just don't give you any kind of antibiotics for that. They don't see that it's a necessity. He has to go back in 2 weeks to have about 10 stitches removed, and that's what Madison does too at work. And he said, I should just get Madison to do it. And I said, no, you're not. You're going to go back to the doctor. You're going to have your provider look at it, not just have Madison, although I trust Madison. But I'm like, no, you need to go back to your doctor, get them to look at it, make sure everything is okay. This isn't something you mess with. And so he had a hard time sleeping last night. And he ended up, because he was worried he was going to turn over and hit his shoulder. And he's got a really large patch on his shoulder from where he had this done. And so he ended up going and getting in one of our recliners last night. And he said that he stayed in the living room for a little bit in the recliner. And then he ended up coming back to bed because he said he was freezing. I've been trying to tell him that it's always cold in the living room, and in our bedrooms it is hot. And he can handle HVAC. He got an HVAC certificate, so he knows what he's doing, and he's an electrician, so he can make some changes around here, and he says he's going to. And we have a good friend that owns his own HVAC company that we need to talk to, but it's like the back part of our house gets really warm, where the front you just freeze. So I didn't say anything. I hadn't said anything in a while, and so he finally this morning said, we need to do something about our HVAC. I'm like, really? We do? That's good to know. So now I think something's gonna be done about that. And the same thing in the winter. We will freeze in our bedroom and we will burn up or be very toasty in our living room. So it's the opposite. We've been outside so much on our screened-in porch that we hadn't been in the living room when it's been so hot. So we hadn't really paid attention to how cold it was, but it is pretty chilly. I hope I am still in frame. I should probably look. Okay. If I haven't been, I do apologize, but I'm trying to get some of this section done. Again, I don't think anybody really watches me diamond paint. And if you do, then I'll make sure that I am in frame. Where I have my camera, I cannot see it unless I stand up because of the section that I am in. As far as what I did for the channel this past week, I had 2 videos to go out. Neither one of them have done very well this week. And I was kind of surprised on the one that I thought would be really informative or at least interesting and fun. But it hasn't got very much. It's gotten quite a few comments. And so for those of you that have watched it and or have made comments or even just watching, I do appreciate it. And it was on rounds versus squares and, you know, choose a side. So I thought that would be a really good and fun topic. Well, apparently not, but it's fine. I'm just really curious what others think, if they prefer round or square, or if they're like me and they're an equal opportunist diamond painter and you like squares for one reason or you like rounds for the other, or you just don't really care. So I was really interested to see what others were going to say on this one. And it's a fairly new diamond painting video. I posted it on Thursday, rather late on Thursday evening. So that could also be part of it, that perhaps it's still early. I did post another one on Tuesday. It was a new to me company and it was a bunch of stickers that I bought, some cute stickers and some real small diamond paintings. And so that one hasn't gotten hardly anything, and I was really surprised at that too, because I thought that people would be interested since it was stickers, and I thought a lot of people like stickers, but that one didn't do very much. And then last Saturday I had my WIP Chat, or Sunday. I'm either going to have WIP Chats on Saturday or Sundays. It's worked out this week to be Saturday. I am trying something different next week that I think is going to be fun for my WIP Chats if it works out. I don't really want to go into much detail. It's still going to be a WIP Chat, but I am going to test something, kind of play around with it, see, because I know that a lot of things have changed in the diamond painting community, and I don't know if I'm being left behind or what. So I'm trying to figure out what everybody wants and what everyone's interested in. I plan on having on Tuesday I think it's the third, it's either the 3rd or the 4th update on my 26 for 26. I do that at the end of every month. So I will start working on that. I probably won't be able to do it on Saturday. I'll probably go ahead and do it on Sunday. I don't think I'll get much diamond painting in on Saturday, except for a travel diamond painting that I'm going to start working on. I am meeting with a few of the Georgia diamond painting girls, and we're going to someone's house that is also part of our diamond painting group, and so she's invited us all to her house on Saturday. So we're going to go and diamond paint for a couple of hours, and then we're going to all bring something and have it for lunch and just enjoy each other's company. So I'm looking forward to that, looking forward to being not in the library that we usually meet at, and just being relaxed and being at someone's house and just have fellowship with them. So I'll be working on my one small diamond painting that I'll take with me. That's the one that I did a video on, where I had my special drills and how I was going to put special drills on that one. So that one was a really well received video. So I was excited about that. And that will be on Tuesday, will be my 26 for 26. And I'm really excited to look at it and see how much I've gotten done, because I just did whatever the random wheel picker told me to do. And so I got quite a few bit done. So I'm looking forward to pulling those out and just seeing what I've done. And then seeing if I want to use a random wheel picker for August, or if I just want to choose 3 diamond paintings a week and work on those, and then choose 3 more and then 3 more, because if I just use a random wheel picker, I don't know if I'll ever get anything finished. I'm not real sure, but it's been fun. So and that's what I'm doing. I'm having fun. So it's not that I want to have a finish so much as I would like to be able to kit something else up too, especially when it comes to October, something for Halloween, new, and then also for Christmas. I'm going to kit those up anyway, but I really don't want to have 28 diamond paintings, so it'd be kind of nice to get a few finishes in that I can get in before October. But we'll see, because that's coming up really quickly. And on my Thursday diamond painting, I'm going back and forth of what I want to do for my videos. I have a couple of things that are coming in. If it's in on time, I could unbox it, but I also have a couple of organization videos that I would like to share with you guys. I've been wanting to do it for a long time, and it keeps getting pushed further and further back, but I may go ahead and do that one on Thursday. I'm not really sure yet, so we'll have to see. I am going to try my best on Sunday after church to go ahead and start doing my videos for the week, all except for my WIP Chat, because I obviously cannot do that one on Sunday and then wait all week to post it. There wouldn't be anything there really to talk about. But I think that's going to help me. I have finished my term for the summer for work. I am now starting to do all my prep for the fall. That's a lot of work there. So I'll be working quite a bit for that this upcoming week and trying to get all of that ahead of schedule. I'll have to let you guys know next week how everything went on Saturday. I am sure we're going to have a great time. I thought about even seeing if some of these ladies would like to be on my vlog while we are at this other good lady's house, but also I'm going to talk to them about it and see what they think, if they would like to maybe diamond paint and talk to you guys. I can always bring my travel tripod. That would work too. That's really all that I have for you guys today. There really wasn't that much. Now that I have my hand stuck in the glue, that really wasn't that much to really go over with you guys. Not a lot happened. I am trying to keep my WIP Chats to 30 minutes because it seems like 30 minutes is that sweet spot that everyone is enjoying. After 30 minutes, it seems like it really tapers off. So I don't know if you guys, if it's just too long for you. And if it is, if you don't like the long videos, let me know and I can definitely keep mine a little bit shorter. Thanks so much for joining me today. Hope that you got something done if you wanted to. If you are not a subscriber, I would love to have you here. And if you don't mind, if you could click on that like button before you go, that would be so appreciated. And until next time, happy diamond painting. Bye.